G'day everyone, it's Sam. Today's practice I've taken outside here at the beautiful Cronulla, looking over the water. It's good to get outside every now and then. So what we're running through today is just a short, sharp practice. It's going to be strong, emphasis on waking up the arms and the shoulders, and there'll be some chances to get upside down as well. So when you're ready, we are going to start just in an all fours position. Rather than having the knees directly underneath the hips, we're going to take them just one little shuffle further back and then tuck under your toes. And then with the arms, just a little ways in front of your shoulders and take them to either edge of the mat. So you're taking up a little more space here on your mat. And then from here, we'll just start to send our hips back towards the heels, keeping the toes tucked under, keeping the elbows just hovering away from the mat. Getting a little bit of stretch through the toes and some pressing action in the hands here. So we want to feel the arms pushing away from the floor here. Take a breath in. Just open your mouth there. Let it out. Then from here we'll come up, back through that tabletop shape. Then just allow your hips to drop down towards the floor. The arms will stay nice and straight. We'll gently pull the shoulder blades back towards each other. Keep the knees grounded and just take your gaze out in front of you. Take a full breath here. And as we exhale, sending hips back towards the heels, keeping the toes tucked under. So those two movements, we're just going to start to move through, flowing with the breath. So press down through hands and feet. Inhale, move forward, hips will drop, chest will move forward. Say hello to the cockatoos there above us. Exhale, send the hips back to heels, toes stay tucked. One more like that. Inhale, come forward, hips drop, chest moves forward. Exhale, hips back to heels. So we move through the same two movements. Only difference this time is we're going to keep our knees floating up and off the mat. So as we inhale to come forward, knees will lift just an inch or so. Shoulders roll back, gaze forward. And then keeping the knees floating, as we exhale, send the hips back towards the heels. So now waking up through the legs and the core, just a little more. Inhale, come forward, knees stay hovering, chest pulls forward. Exhale, hips back to heels. Two more like that. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, moving back. Last one. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, shifting back. And lowering the knees down. Drive your hips down towards the floor. Bend the elbows. Lower all the way down to the earth. And press down through the tops of your feet. Elbows will draw in towards the body. We'll inhale, lift for Cobra Pose. So this time feeling the knees lift up off the mat as you hug those elbows in towards the body. So feeling a little more activation through the quadriceps, and the arms are starting to fire up, the triceps are working. We hug the elbows in, you feel the muscles of the upper back start to contract. Take a full breath. Exhale, gently lower your head. Two more times like that. Press down through the feet. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale to lower. Last time, inhale to rise. Exhale gently, lower down. Now from here, just tuck under your toes. This next shape is going to resemble a push-up. If you'd like to keep your knees down, absolutely. Otherwise, we'll tuck the toes, float the knees, then press through hands and feet, push all the way to the top of the plank. And then guide your hips up and back. Find your first downward facing dog, and don't be shy to move around in the down dog. So some days your natural preference is to get really animalistic and move as much as you can in the downward facing dog. And other times the natural tendency is to just stay in stillness there in the down dog. So maybe notice what your natural preference is and do the opposite and see what that feels like in your practice here. Take an inhale. Gently open the mouth, let it out. And shuffle left foot a little closer to center. Inhale to reach your right leg up and back behind you. And as you exhale, we're going to draw the right knee in towards the right tricep. So rolling shoulders over wrist. Allow that connection to happen there. Then inhale, take the right leg straight back up towards the sky. And exhale, step that right foot between the hands. Once it lands, lean forward, pick up your left leg. See if you can come onto the fingertips. So working a little bit of stretch through the back of the leg. You can allow your fingertips to rest down, even come up onto the first two fingers if you like. This is just our journey to the top of the mat. We're just taking it nice and slow, embracing every single movement. Take an inhale. Exhale, step that left foot next to the right and fold. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Exhale, bend your elbows, bow to drop your head. Then from here, next inhale, we'll reach the arms out in front of you. Take them all the way up and overhead. Then as you exhale, pull your palms together at heart. So beginning to flow through here, little modified sun salutations today. Take them at your own pace or come along with me. The choice is yours. Inhale, arms reaching forwards and up. Exhale, forwards and down. So coming through that fold. Taking your halfway lift, big inhale. Then just like we did before, right foot stays, pick up the left leg, extend it back behind you. Come onto the first two fingers, take a bend into the right knee, but still keep that left foot hovering if you can. So now we're working a little more strength and stability in the right leg. It is bent, so the muscles are working harder. We're taking a little bit of the tension off the knee joint. The left foot wants to ground down, and it will in a moment, but not just yet. See if you can hang out just here. Take an inhale. And exhale, soften the left toes to the back of the mat. Drop the left knee down. Inhale, reach your arms forwards and up. Let the hips move down towards the mat as the arms reach up towards the sky. Take a full inhale here. Pull that belly in. Exhale, both hands find the mat. We pick up that back knee. Hover the right foot up off the mat. Extend it back to plank pose. And when we arrive, we're just going to be in this plank for a moment. Pressing away from the floor, feeling the core stabilizing muscles, the serratus, start to activate here. So the more you push and exhale, the more you'll feel the serratus engage. We have a little more support here. We can stay grounded for a little longer. Heels will press back, chest will move forward. Take a breath. Exhale, gently lower your knees. Then inhale, guide your hips back towards your heels, working through our modified vinyasa. Then as you exhale, spring forward through a plank pose. So knees will lift, we'll bend the elbows, just lower halfway. Hold it for a moment. And then lower to the floor. Tops of the feet press down. Inhale, we push through Cobra Pose. If you have more space, you press the thighs up off the mat for upward facing dog. Embracing that heart opener there. Take an inhale. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Just take a single breath. If you need to, part the lips, exaggerate the exhale. Then we'll shuffle right foot just a little closer to center. Inhale, reach the left leg up towards the sky. Wow, now we have the lorikeets here. So many beautiful birds here in Australia. Exhale, left knee will find the left tricep. Roll forward, shoulders over wrist. See if they can tap. And then inhale, reaching, left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, left foot will step by the left thumb. Once we arrive, we lean forward, right leg will hover in the air, point through those right toes, come up onto the first two fingers, get as long as you can. Pull the navel in towards the spine, feel the chest rising, feel the right leg lifting higher. Take a full breath. Then as you exhale, right foot will land so gently next to the left. Inhale, taking the halfway lift, guiding collarbones, crown of the head forward. Then exhale to bow. Inhaling to reach arms forwards first, then taking them up and overhead. And exhale to bring those palms together in front of your heart. Nice one. Inhale, arms reach forwards and up. Exhale, forwards and down we fold. Halfway lift fills the belly. Then press through the left foot, pick up the right leg, extend it back behind you, pointing the right toes, and then bending into the left knee. And I got to tell you, after a while, these really start to work the glutes and the quads. So feel your left rib cage land on your left thigh. You might be able to get a little more depth, and then lift that right leg higher. Maybe hovering on the first two fingers. If you want, float the hands up and off the mat. We'll just be here for one last breath. And as you exhale, right toes touch to the back of the mat. We drop the right knee down. Inhale, arms reach forwards and up. Full inhale. Exhale, hands either side of the left foot. Back knee will hover. We'll pick up the left foot, extend it back to plank. When we arrive, knees drop, hips to heels. Take an inhale. Exhale, spring through the plank pose, bend the elbows, lower Chaturanga, hold it. And allow yourself to rest onto the floor. Top of the feet pressed down, pushing through Cobra to take yourself to upward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale, we'll come back, downward facing dog. Nice one. So that is one round of our modified sun salutation today. We're going to take 2 more rounds of that, getting a little more active each round. So take an inhale. Open the mouth, let it go. Then inhale, reach the right leg up towards the sky. Point the toes today. Exhale, right knee will tap the right tricep, roll forward. Inhale, take the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, right foot steps by the right thumb. Inhale, left leg lifts, we lean forward. Come up onto the first 2 fingers. Then exhale, left foot next to right, we fold. Taking halfway lift, let's breathe in together. Exhale to bow. And inhale, reaching arms forwards and up for Urdhva Hastasana. Then exhale, bringing palms together through heart, Samastitihi. Inhaling Urdhva Hasta, arms reach up. Exhaling for Uttanasana, we fold. And inhaling, finding the halfway lift. Right foot stays. Pick up the left leg, extend it back behind you. Float the hands up off the mat, bend the knee, then reach the arms up and overhead. If you have a little wobble, that's okay. If you're anything like me, practice some squats this morning. The legs are going to be feeling it. So point through those left toes, reach the arms forward, take an inhale. Exhale, soften the left toes down. Back knee drops, arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Lift the back knee, hover the right knee in towards the chest. Just hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Right foot back to plank. Drop the knees. Inhale, hips back to heels. Exhale, spring through Chaturanga. Hold it. And then lower to the floor. Pushing through upward facing dog as you inhale. Then exhale, we come back and find downward facing dog. Left side we begin. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, take that left leg back up, point the toes, get a little more height. Exhale, left foot by the left thumb. Inhale, lean forward, right leg lifts. Come up onto the first 2 fingers. Then exhale, gently right foot next to left. Halfway lift, full inhale. Exhale, we bow. Inhaling Urdhva Hastasana. Reach your arms up. Remember, always good to go on your own pace. Exhale, palms together at heart. Meaning if you're moving slower than me, keep at your own pace. Never rush to meet the teacher. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, we bow. Inhaling, halfway lift. Then press through that left foot. Pick up the right leg, extend it back behind you. Bending into the left knee. Reaching the arms up and overhead. Let the palms face towards each other as though you had a yoga block between them. Belly pulls to spine, we reach the arms higher and lift that right leg a little higher as we bend into the left knee. Inhaling here. Exhaling, right toes to the back of the mat. Soften that knee down. Then inhale to reach your arms up. Exhale, both hands, either side of the left foot. Right knee lifts, left foot hovers, draw the knee into chest. Be here for 5, for 4, for 3. Press the back of the heart up towards the sky for 2, on 1. Left foot back to plank, lower the knees down. Inhale, hips to heels. Exhale, spring through Chaturanga. Pause and hold it. That halfway shape, that low plank, we always try to avoid it. It's so good to hold it. Hug the elbows in, pull the belly in. Then lower down. Pushing through the floor, finding upward facing dog, feeling the strength of the triceps as you press. Exhale to come back and find downward facing dog. So just taking a moment there to breathe. So this third and final round, we're going to introduce something a little bit different. What we call the scissor switch. So we'll be reaching the right leg up towards the sky. And we know that the intention is to land the right foot between the hands. And if you want to get there a little more actively, as the right foot lifts, you can take a bend into your left knee and hop off the left foot, switching the legs in the air. So if I were to demonstrate, it would look a little something like this. We inhale to reach the right leg up towards the sky, point through the toes. Then on the exhale, bend the left knee, look forward, hop off the left foot, swap the legs in the air, and land the right foot between the hands. So that is the scissor switch. It may not look like that to start with. It may look a little bit like this. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, gentle hop, and just land the right foot between the hands. So it doesn't have to be anything heroic, just has to work for you. If anything, it's probably going to confuse you to start with, but that just teaches us to use our brain and try and keep a calm, cool head. So set up for your downward facing dog. We'll move through our third round of our modified sun salutations today. So single breath together. Open the mouth. Starting our third round. Inhale, right leg to sky, point the toes. Exhale, gentle hop off the left foot. Switch the legs in the air. Right foot lands between the hands. Then inhale, halfway lift, come onto the first two fingers, left leg is still lifted. Exhale, left foot next to right. Inhale, reach the arms forwards and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms together at heart. Inhale, Urdhva Hasta. Exhale, Uttanasana. Option to play with the float back to Chaturanga this time. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, bend your knees, ground the palms, bend the elbows, hover the feet up off the mat. Extend them back behind you, holding in the Chaturanga. This time we'll take a push-up, so press yourself up, drop your knees, hips to heels, inhale. Exhale, spring through Chaturanga. We hold it again. So we got 2 Chaturangas in this final round. And lower yourself to the floor. Push through the feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, we come back to downward facing dog. Final round. Inhale, left leg to sky, point the toes. Exhale, gentle bend into the right knee. Hop off the right foot. Switch the legs in the air. Left foot lands between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Right leg is still lifted behind us. Then exhale, right foot will land next to the left. Inhale, arms reach forwards and up. Exhale, palms come together at heart. Nice one. Finish off strong. Inhaling, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, get nice and long. Then exhale, bend the knees, round the palms, bend the elbows, lean forward, hover the feet. Maybe you hold for a moment or two. Then extend the legs back to Chaturanga, holding there. Pulling the belly in, pressing to the top of the push-up. Knees drop, hips back to heels. Full inhale. Exhale, spring through your Chaturanga, holding in that halfway position. And lowering to the floor. This time we press just through Cobra Pose, so light lift, inhale. And exhale, send the hips back towards the heels. Keep the toes tucked under. Rest the back of the hands on top of the thighs. And just give yourself a little moment to breathe here. Nice work. So every now and then I like to splash in a little option to play with that idea of handstand. It can be a scary concept, so it's better to stay small to begin with rather than trying to go straight up to that split leg shape. So here we're going to play with the tuck, jumps towards the handstand. And when you play, I want you to try and remember 3 things. So the first one is going to be knees in towards the chest. So you want it to stay nice and compressed. The ribs and the thighs are close towards each other. Second one is going to be hips to heels. So heels draw to butt, knees draw to chest. And the third and final, arms are dead straight and we're looking between the hands. So this is the shape of the tuck handstand. We're just upside down at the moment. So the way we start is in a downward facing dog and just walking the feet one step closer to make the down dog a little bit shorter. So set your hands down, just like you would for your normal down dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Then walk the feet one step closer. Gaze between the hands. Press through the hands to elevate your shoulder blades like you're trying to wear your shoulders as earrings here. Now remember, knees to chest, heels to butt, arms straight with that gaze between the hands. So maybe we take 5 attempts, maybe we get it on the first round. We'll see what happens. If it works for you, see if you can hold a little bit of hang time there. Just be up for 5, 4, for 3, 2, and on 1. Land the feet between the hands. Inhaling, halfway lift. And exhaling, we bow forward. We're going to lift the front of the foot up. Just place the palm underneath the sole of the foot. Wrapping the biceps forward, inhaling to lift the chest. And as you exhale, bending elbows to drop your head. So this space here, Padahastasana, is great to give you that flexion through the wrist joint, which is something we really miss out on a lot in the yoga practice. So allow the weight to fall into the toes. Press the bottom of that big toe into the base of the thumb. And let your head drop nice and heavy here. Nice one. Gently release your hands. Take a halfway lift, full breath in. Then from here we play with that float back to Chaturanga. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, ground the palms. Lean forward, hover the feet. Maybe they hover for a moment. And then extend your legs back, hold in Chaturanga. We press ourselves up to the plank. Drop the knees. Send the hips back to heels. This time, take the forearms down to the mat. Press the palms against each other. Stack the shoulders above the elbows. Protract the shoulder blades, so press the back of the heart towards the ceiling. Drop the chin to chest. So you're looking at your own feet at the moment. Setting up for Dolphin Pose. Feel free to press palms or interlace fingers. If you want to take more classical, forearms parallel, palms pressing down. We lift the hips up nice and high. We want the head to be lifting away from the floor. Flex the biceps, flex the triceps, so activate the upper arms. We're going to be here for roughly around 30 seconds. If you are a little more familiar with the shape, feel free to take it further. You can step one foot in as close as you can. Gaze between the hands. Take one leg up towards the sky, or if it's there, a gentle hop to take yourself into that forearm balance. Pincha Mayurasana. Make sure the head is off the floor wherever you are. You're pressing down through the forearms. If you're upside down, you can stay as long as you like. But when you're on the way out, we're going to come back to the Dolphin Pose. So take an inhale. Big breath out. If you're still upside down, gently soften the feet down, come to Dolphin. Once we're there, we just shuffle the feet back. We're going to come to a forearm plank. Pushing away from the floor. Drawing navel in. I'm just going to hang out here for 10. 9. For 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Don't go anywhere. On 1, we're going to work to spring forward, landing the knees between the forearms. Coming to a seat. Nice one. Cross one ankle over the next. Sit the bottom down onto the mat. We'll meet in Navasana, boat pose. So reaching your arms out in front. Little core sequence here, and that's going to take us to the end of the practice. Like I mentioned, it's just short and sharp today. So imagine you're holding 2 dinner plates, spin the palms up towards the ceiling, press the heels forward, the legs are now straight. Take a breath. As you exhale, lower down onto the back, press the heel up towards the ceiling. So flex the toes towards you. Reach the arms up a little higher. Now keeping that right leg where it is, lower the left heel, just 1 inch away from the floor. And then reach your arms forward, let them hover just outside the hips. If
you want a little support, you can press your palms flat into the earth. So all we're going to work to do here is pulse to lift the tailbone up off the mat. So notice the legs don't change shape. I'm not lifting and lowering the left leg. I'm just working the lower belly to pulse the tailbone up off the mat. So we're going to do that 12 times. Take a breath in. Exhale, we pulse. 12, 11, 10. Use your hands if you need to. 9. For 8, you can even have hands behind the head. For 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Left heel still shy of the earth. Take the right arm out towards the right hand side. Left fingers behind the left ear. Take an inhale. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. For 12, 11, for 10, 9, 8. Keep the feet flexed. 7, for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Hold left elbow to right knee. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got some supporters there in the background. Take the left leg up towards the sky. Lower the right heel 1 inch away from the floor. Use your hands where you need to. They can hover. You can press the palms down. We're going for 12 to pulse the tailbone up. So take a breath in. Exhale, we pulse. 12, 11, 10. It's a very minor movement. 8, 8, for 7. Sometimes it's hard to count. 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Left arm out towards the left hand side. Right fingers behind the right ear. Take a breath in. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. 12, 11, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Elbow stays at knee for 10, 9. Finish strong. 8, for 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Knees draw to chest. Head softens down. Catch the front of the shins. Rock from side to side. Wow. Whenever I start one of those core sequences, I always think it's going to be a breeze, and then I remember after the first side, there's always that second side to go. And it's a challenge, but that's why we do it. We see what we're capable of. We'll finish off with a bridge pose here, so set the hands around the ankles, feet underneath the knees. Elbows down by the side. Drive the elbows down, drive the feet down, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips up towards the sky. You can interlace the hands behind the back here. Our intention is just to open up through the belly. Keep driving through the heels, sending collarbones back towards the chin, knees up towards the ceiling. Well, my ceiling is a nice blue sky today, which is quite nice. Wherever your knees are pointing, just take them up. Take one last breath. And as you exhale, gently lower your hips. Take the arms out wide for a moment. Draw the knees into chest without using your hands. And then just allow your knees to move over to the left hand side. Let them hover off the earth just 1 inch. Pulling navel in towards the spine, keeping knees, keeping feet floating. Then pressing through the hands to come back through center. And allowing both knees to move off towards the right hand side. Once again, just hovering. Seeing what that feels like. As you come back to center, you're going to interlace the hands, take them behind the head. Draw the head up off the mat. Take the knees into chest. Take a full inhale. And as you exhale, allow yourself to completely release onto your mat. And I encourage you, if you have the time, to stay in your Shavasana or your final resting pose, whatever that may be, for as long as you have available. Some days that's longer than others. Whether it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes. Embrace whatever time you have here in stillness to yourself. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you all for practicing. Namaste.